Hey everyone, welcome back to UBG Bytes. I'm Jason.
And I'm Jamie. Today we've got a spicy one. We're talking about something called a BadSuccessor, coined by Akamai.
Yeah, sounds like a rejected Game of Thrones character, but nope. It's actually a privilege escalation bug in Microsoft's fancy new account type. Delegated Managed Service Accounts, or DMSAs.
If that just made your brain do a cartwheel, don't worry. We'll break it down. Let's start at the top. What the heck is a DMSA?
So, Microsoft introduced DMSAs in Windows Server 2025. Think of them like service accounts that have their own smart security. They rotate their secrets automatically and only work on certain machines. It's like giving your service accounts two-factor authentication, but for servers. Basically, DMSAs are locked to one or more host machines, and they use Credential Guard to keep the secrets secret.
And they're a big upgrade from those old please don't get compromised accounts that IT folks use to manually manage with passwords like spring 2021 exclamation mark.
Gotta love a good seasonal password. Anyway, Microsoft also gave admins a way to migrate old service accounts over to DMSAs. And that, my friends, is where BadSuccessor comes in.
Yeah, the name is very appropriate. The vulnerability is all about how Microsoft lets you migrate old accounts to new DMSAs. When you migrate, the new account gets linked to the old one. Basically, the DMSA says, I'm the successor now.
Which is fine, if the migration is legit, but the researchers, shout out to the team at Akhami, found out that you can just lie.
Yeah, all it takes is two simple changes to the DMSA's attributes. Point it to any user in Active Directory, even a domain admin. Flip the migration state to complete. Boom. The KDC, that's the Kerberos Distribution Center, sees that and says, sure, yeah, you're the new admin now. Here's all their privileges in your Kerberos ticket.
It's like photoshopping yourself into the family tree, and the government just sends you the inheritance.
Here's how it plays out in the real world. The attacker finds an organizational unit, or OU, where they can create new accounts, which honestly is more common than you'd think. A lot of orgs delegate those rights to junior IT folks or automation tools.
Next, the attacker creates a DMSA there. Then they change two attributes. One that says, I'm replacing the domain admin, and one that says, migration complete.
Then they use a tool like Rubeus to request a Kerberos ticket. The domain controller says, cool, here's your ticket, new domain admin.
And just like that, the attacker has full domain privileges and without touching the actual admin account. No password theft, no brute force, no red flags.
It's basically stealth mode privilege escalation.
So are you freaking out? You don't need any access to the target account. You don't change group memberships. And it works even on protected accounts, like the built-in administrator or domain controllers.
And 91% of environments Akamai tested had at least one OU, where some user had the right permissions to pull this off. So, yeah, this isn't just some lab trick. This is real-world dangerous. Now, before you set your server room on fire, there are things you can do.
Step 1. Audit who can create DMSAs. Most orgs don't even know that's a thing.
Step 2. Check your ACLs. If users can write to OUs, they might be able to make a DMSA. And if they can write certain attributes, they can spoof the migration.
Also, Microsoft released a patch, though they downplayed it as moderate severity, which, yeah, people weren't thrilled.
Nope. A moderate that gives you domain admin is like saying a house fire is warm.
So, DMSAs? Still a good idea in theory. They solve real problems. But like anything new in AD, the devil's in the delegation.
Absolutely. Don't assume just because it's automated and managed that it's safe by default.
All right, that's it for this week's episode. If you're using DMSAs, time to check who can mess with them.
Catch you on the next bite.